Yeah, day 3 again, back in the sourdough starter. So here we have, like we said again before, it's the Aunt 13 blend spice, all-purpose season, no preservative, no additive, no salt, no nothing, just 100% 13 blend spices. You can link me for this and you can get this, ship it straight to you. All right, back to the work of things. So here we are, sourdough starter. All right. So I mixed it yesterday, and then it propelled, and there it goes. It does its thing, and it's building up on the inside. All right. So that's a building up on the inside. There you go. So it didn't raise, but it still create the culture that I need. So today, as directed, you mix it again, and when you mix it, it did have a water separation also. So I did form some stuff on the bottom. So all we're gonna do is that we're gonna mix it out perfectly well, and then I mix it out. All right, so let me illuminate a little bit light on this. All right, we're gonna throw off half of what's in here, but I'm also gonna create a balance. I never get any water. That's my thing, I never get. So let me grab some water from out of my thing here. Okay, I can use that instead. Alright. So that's room temperature already. So here we are, mixing up the mixture. Mixture is very light, very foamy also, with a lot of bubbles in there, so cultures is live. So like they always say, I didn't create this. This is not my original thing. I'm just about to make me some stuff from it. So I do buy sourdough bread, and I think it's 100% good. And then with this also, when you throw off any amount of this, you can actually use this back on something else. So we'll get half out of this. We're gonna create a certain amount back in this thing, and we get some towel and sort this out. All right. So all the time, clean up. So what we're gonna do this time, before I had only flour in there, so now I'm going to introduce some wheat, some not wheat but bran flour in there. All right, create a little bit more. So I'm only using half cup of bran flour. All right, from the half cup, I'm gonna add another half cup of this to make it 1 cup. Make it 1 cup. So here we are with that. Mixing that in. Not mixing it in, but dropping it in. Yeah, get it right in there. All right, so that's 1 cup with the bran flour. All right, gonna add another cup of complete flour to this mixture. My key is to challenge plenty different ingredients, plenty different recipe, not only just a Jamaican recipe only, but you know, do some stuff for love and challenge some stuff for love, because as Jamaican, you know how we cook already. We definitely get down to the bar stuff, and we challenge a lot of stuff that is out by any other nation. Some nations do challenge our stuff and take it on by doing it. Some almost get it, some don't. It's always a trial and error thing. So with those 2 cups of flour, it requires half cup of water to the mixture. So because it requires half cup of water to the mixture, right? What we're gonna do is that we add two cups. So because it requires half cup, we're gonna drop 1 cup in there. So half cup to each cup of flour. That's measured out, and that's good. And then we'll pop that in, and then we'll do what is called the mix-up. So in this mixture, you get it going. Okay. And then you gotta get the thing. So they call this feeding, which is day 3. Day 2, whenever I feed it or anything, all we did was just mix. So now what we're doing is feeding it. We take out a certain amount, and we have that in there. You notice that right there, it have all the fine bubbles in it. Really nice. So that can be used to make you can make waffle with it. You can make pancake with it. You can make flat bake with it. It's just up to you. So right now, all we're doing is doing the mix. So based on the mix, it's like every day for 7 days you have to feed this thing, and it's how you pull out half of it. Now the thing that I wanted to do, it requires me to do like what is called it required me to do the mix that I wanted to do required me to do like 2 loaves, which is pretty good. So on top of the 2 loaves, when I do the 2 loaves, the mixture for the 2 loaves requires for two cups. Now if I did a small amount of this, then the 2 cup wouldn't work for me. It will be a low amount. So now I have to be watching how I feed this thing. And like I said, the feeding for it can be, you know, some stuff. So basically, after you're done with it, after you're done mixing this stuff up, you gotta like literally place it in a warm air. Here it's cold right now, so basically anywhere, if I leave it out and I turn the heat down, it can get pretty nifty inside there at 60. So it's supposed to be at 72. So basically I keep it in a cupboard over the stove where it just keeps warm. And you know, the stove runs. You see me? Stove run pretty nice. So yeah, you know, it's just about getting this done, getting on some, just changing up the part of stuff that you absorb. Not getting rid of everything, but just reducing some stuff. Because like I said, you know, you have to have a diet for You have to change your diet in some way the older you get. And like you see on my arm, yeah, that's the monitor for being what they call diabetic. I don't claim it, but I'm currently moving out from it. Numbers are getting better. We'll talk on that. We'll expound on it some more and get some more details into it as to what I'm doing, how I make changes and stuff like that. So, you know, you get to understand what the new flows are. At a later point, I'll make some documentation on some house herbs that I grow and that I use, fresh herbs. See what I'm saying? So like this is now mixed out. Now completely mixed out, and all I'm doing is just gonna clean the walls of the walls of this thing. So basically, when I use this, I won't be using up all of it at one time. I'll just be taking 2 cups of it and then continuously feeding this. So the recommendation is to feed this at a certain time, normally around the same time you created it, which best within a 24-hour period. So yeah, working on my best on it, doing my thing, getting this thing going, just like that. Yep. So like I said, you gotta mix it out. You can't afford for no flour get caught in there. You have to give it a real good mix. And yes, the day when I started making this starter, all the other starters I just use up, never saved any. But then again, I made some mistake on those starters. So this one, I'm working on it. So we're down to day 3, right? Being down to day 3, like I said again, got a few more days left. And then it's ready for testing, where you put it in the water, and if it floats and do what it's supposed to do, meaning it's ready for making sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is also a process. You got it over, I think it's roughly over a whole 2 days and a half or so, or probably 2 days. Don't quote me on that one. So what I'm doing right now is lightly covering it, not completely covering it, because I still want the gas. Like they said, you don't want to cover it to the point where the gas can't come out, because it can form and then create a bacteria back into the bottle. So now that is all set and good, place it back in its rightful place. Alright, so for this, I'm going to cover up this one. And let's say if you want to slow down the process on this stuff, you put it in the fridge. So this is all going on the fridge for now, because I'm going to step out on the road for a few minutes. Alright, and like I say again, you want the best, use the best. It's 100% authentic seasoning, all purpose. 13 blends, 13 different spices, all natural, no additive, no preservative, no salt, nothing, just straight blends. In fact, this has one of the spices in this as its own And when I say have its own, it has its own thing to keep the packaging in place, keep what is in there for up to a year. So basically, this will give you a good run for a good while. So you can, when you get this packet, you can just take it out and put it in a glass bottle, which is best. All right, so this is the Aunt May 13 blend spices. Never go wrong. She always my guide. Peace out. Thank you. Bless.